Welcome, welcome, welcome to our next gaming series. I'm your host, DB Smiley, bringing you this 4-5 matchup here between Beast Coast and Jailbait. Taking a look at the bracket. B East quarterfinals. I have a typo in the header. I'll change that. B East. Corrected. 4-5 matchup. Winner will move on to face Heroes of the United States. So, pretty big match, obviously. Now it's playoffs. As right out of the gate, we see a pretty quick ban by Beast Coast, banning out Joanna. And that's interesting, because they're actually generally a team that has done well against Joanna. I think they're 6-1 against the hero. Further, you don't tend to see Joanna as a super high priority pick on Battlefield of Eternity, but you know, here we are. Kel'Thuzad banned out against Beast Coast. Something they've flexed into a couple times to pretty good effect. There's the Tyrande ban, taking H2O off his best hero. H2O makes Tyrande look really good, which granted Tyrande is really good. Exceptional on the map as well, so not too surprising to see the ban. As I just realized, I am referee and not observer. That is unintended. Okay. Hopefully I don't have to manage too many pauses or unpauses. Chen banned out. First pick Sylvanas. I expect Sylvanas to be a pretty highly contested hero in this match. Both teams show quite a prevalence onto the hero, and then Monkus has played the hero quite a bit. It's one of their most picked heroes. I think they've picked it 8 times. Hopefully we can pull up some stats to show that. Maybe.
This realm needs me.
Bring the mega death.
Here's my stats are hanging, so I will have to restart OBS at Soothsayer at some point to get that, but not going to do it now. That just unfortunately means we don't have any stats in this draft. Turn around Li Ming and ETC. ETC, an incredibly popular tank at the moment. Can also play that offlane role. Galaxy jumping on to Li Ming has played it pretty effectively, and it's a good pick on the map because you have a lot of poke. Now we have Blaze and Greymane. So the Blaze pick is interesting. I wouldn't expect normally to see it this early. Greymane makes sense onto the map. Not really sure what the point of the Blaze is, although I do like the Garrosh ban, given what's been shown, taking off that possible combo. Take a look here. Trying to just fix a couple things at the moment. Raynor gonna get banned out. Good burn, good damage, makes sense. There we go. Okay, Monk is 5-1 on the hero. Stats finally came up. Not entirely sure what happened.
There is always
Ariel.
I stand
Vala. Ariel has definitely come back. She's been quite prevalent since the change she recently had. So the thing about Ariel now is she can generate hope very easily. Really, in many cases, by herself. So, gonna see her. Anduin gonna be the counter, as well as Diablo. So a lot of engage potential here with the Diablo Anduin. So Diablo can charge in, Anduin can follow up with the Root. You also have Blaze there as well. So a lot of lockdown. And Ariel does not have a cleanse. She does have Crystal Aegis. But that said, do we get double support? We've seen it a couple times. We're not going to get that, though. Yrel can provide some shielding, so Yrel going to be the choice here for Kobo in that solo lane. Also provides a lot of peel. It's going to be hard for Diablo to engage. That said, you got 3 pretty juicy targets to engage on. They are going to have to negotiate Crystal Aegis, but Ariel, Vala, Li Ming, all possible to be blown up. So we'll see how this match goes. Pretty excited about it. But as we jump into it, of course, anytime you have a Vala hyper carry, you gotta really pay attention to that player. And Franksteller has been, you know, we've seen him on quite a few hyper carries this season, as we've seen quite a bit of double support out of Jailbait. So just taking a quick look, you can see Franksteller seeing a lot of Sylvanas, seeing a lot of Raynor and Greymane. 5.5 KDA, pretty good. 92% kill rate, pretty good. 4 hero pool. So I don't think we've seen him on Vala this season. Please correct me if I'm wrong there. Granted, that's not the most up-to-date stats, but we'll see what happens here. As we move into the match, we're going to go ahead and introduce both teams. On the left side, it's going to be Beast Coast. We're going to have Munkus on Sylvanas, Secret 333 on Diablo, Mega Muffin on Greymane, Cirrus going to be on Anduin, and up in the base, not in the top yet, it's RGB Fox, going to be on Blaze. It is Beast Coast, but the 5 seed wanting to pull the upset. Franksteller going to be on Vala. We're going to have H2 on Ariel, Coffin on ETC, Galaxy on Li Ming, and Kobo is going to be on the Urel. When did Beast Coast pick up Fox? I think after Region Blue was eliminated from playoff contention, I think Fox, yeah. No, it was okay. It was a bit longer ago than that. My bad. But taking a look, 5 people in the bot for Jailbait. Urel's starting to rotate up now. They looked for a pick potential, didn't get it. Urel doesn't want to wait too long. Level 1 talents. Ariel going with the swift speed on the strike. There's a good stun onto Sylvanas. A lot of damage coming out here. Vala goes in for the finish, and Secret can't get the flip away in time. Franksteller getting in just that last auto attack they need, and a good start here for Jailbait. Jailbait, a very aggressive team. They love to go for these kind of aggressive trades, and I mean, I did some analysis here beforehand, and Beast Coast is every bit a team-fighting team. Like, last time I cast Jailbait, it was against Otis. Otis tends to be a macro team. We talked a lot about that. Beast Coast team fight. So expect that. Expect this to be a pretty aggressive game from both teams. Beast Coast actually leading NGS B East in takedowns, averaging 15.2 a game. They also have the highest percentage of the game with a level lead. Ooh, Coffin taking a lot of damage here from the Sylvanas. Gonna have to back up. Diablo trying to separate out Franksteller. Doesn't perfectly execute that combo. Diablo now having to back up, but you know, Sylvanas and Greymane also doing just a ton of damage. Both these teams really doing a lot. Power slide there on the Greymane. There's the separation. Not the best accuracy on the skill shot follow-up, but still both teams trading fairly effectively. Jailbait also an aggressive team, but Jailbait, while they all... Ooh, there's a good kill on the Greymane as ETC manages to escape that. Franksteller still on the chase, going aggressive. And Ariel has done well with those stuns so far. But H2O is doing quite well. This Vala build. Yeah, with the new Ariel, it's fine. You don't need multi-shot build for damage anymore because Ariel can really stack herself. Especially once you get Energized Cord, but really even before that. But so Jailbait doing well in this bottom lane so far. And now we are seeing a Bruiser Camp picked up here by Beast Coast. Jailbait has not picked theirs up. Urel's starting it now. The Immortals will spawn in 5 seconds, but Beast Coast already in position to burn their Immortal. Jailbait finishing up their camp. So it looks like they're going to be willing to trade out here a bit. ETC stepping up. There's Diablo, finding a stun on the Franksteller. Counter stun there by Vala, though, and Secret takes a ton of damage. Has to blow the Soul Shield. Does manage to escape. Vala is still chasing. And now Jailbait stepping up. They're sending Vala back for the burn. Keep in mind that with Vala, with this level 4 build, it's really more about you outburn the enemy team later Yrel steps up, separates out Monkus into the back. Monkus gonna Wailing Banshees on out of there. Trying to just buy time for Vala, get as much burn as possible. H2O with a second stun of his quest there. Monkus is low. Power Slide comes in. Face Mount gonna secure the kill. Excuse me, bad time to sneeze. Let alone twice. Excuse me. Kobo now in a bad spot. Tries to self-sustain through it. He drops. That said, Jailbait successfully burns about 60% of the Immortal's HP bar there. And a lot, yeah, there's just a lot of stun potential. H2O has just been exceptional so far with these Aerial stuns. And, you know, this Immortal, it's low HP. I don't think you're going to see too much gotten out of this. Sylvana's going to step up, able to shut down the towers for a bit, but already the Immortal without a shield, meaning Vala can pretty safely burn behind the wall here. That was an interesting stun angle, but Secret goes down there to Li Ming. That was kind of a weird, like, H2O managed to stun Diablo against the wall there. Kind of a weird angle. ETC followed up and Li Ming just deleted, so H2O is just trucking people right now with this stun. He's doing very well. There we go. Top siege camp taken. With the wall down, this could get some value. Diablo walking up. Diablo up to 50 souls at the moment. We're getting a full orb build out of the Li Ming for the note. So, don't let your memes be dreams. Another stun. Goodness. H2O is just... He's not missing those stuns. I mean, he really isn't. He's being nicely aggressive with them as well. He's holding them for good times. There's the power slide onto Diablo. Takes some damage. H2O stepping up with that Swift Strike, getting some hope. But right now, both teams kind of just poking back and forth in the top lane. Secret gonna step into the bush. Coffin dismounts. There's the power slide on the Grey Mane. Cleanse comes in. Diablo charging out Fragstellar. Now has to retreat himself. Fragstellar on the chase. Looking for opportunities to get those resets. Up to 12 stacks on that Puncturing Arrow. Going to be very important for that Immortal burn. Meanwhile, Kobo is all over Fox. Fox does step up to get that Globe. Now having to back up. Both teams kind of waiting on their Bruiser camp, potentially. 15 seconds. Li Ming, Vala kind of also waiting. But we're going to see potentially just a move into a burn position here. They see Valo with that repeating arrow. Gonna really be able to match the DPS here. We're seeing out of Beast Coast. Pretty even so far, although Beast Coast Immortal just a little bit lower. Now we're gonna get a team fight here. Fox kind of getting ISO'd out here. Stun into the wall. ETC just zoning while Vala goes to town with this burn. Secret stepping up, gets the stun onto Yrel, follow-up stun as well. ETC power slides in to peel Kobo out of that. Kobo is low. This Immortal down to about 30%, but we need to see a retreat now with that Yrel so low. She's going to be able to escape. Grey Mane now going to rotate top up to burn for Beast Coast. We get some well taps though, and Jailbait not done. They're going to come back into this. There's the engage onto Vala, looking for the stun. Fragstellar doing a good job avoiding all those AoEs on the ground. Jailbait does win that, but Grey Mane did get a ton of burn in that meantime. The chase is on. Kobo wanting to isolate. No, gonna back up. They don't manage to grab those globes there, but they are gonna rotate this up top. And with the wall down, this has potential to get a lot of value. Yrel moves, of course, into the bottom for that soak. Level 10s here. We got Aegis, Mosh, Wave of Force, and the Rain of Vengeance, as well as Ardent Defender. Still no level 10s for Beast Coast, so Jailbait really wants to get something off this. ETC looking for that Mosh. Beast Coast doing a good job staying spread. Mortal shields are down, but it's still very healthy heading towards this. They can at least get the keep wall down. Kobo coming in as well. Side wall, watch for the Mosh attempt. My guess is we do get one Mosh attempt out of this push. Jailbait stepping up, Li Ming poking in. They're trying to get for some damage. split around the structure. Blaze coming in on the flank. Kobo dives in aggressive as the Immortal drops. There's the APOC combo onto Yrel. She does not manage to get the Ardent Defender off in time, and so now the chase is on. Frag Seller gets slowed by the Oil Slick. Stops with a big Rain of Vengeance. ETC steps up, gets the Mosh as Vala dies. Light Bomb comes out, gonna stun ETC out of that. There's the Diablo flip and stun, and that's 3 kills. So, good flank there by Fox. Kind of caught Jailbait off guard. Yrel just completely CC chained, so a great Diablo combo there by Secret. And this is the chance for Beast Coast to get back into this game. Siege Camp gonna get picked up top. Li Ming and Ariel there to defend. Yrel down in the bot lane getting that soak. On the other side, we haven't listed it off yet, so let's point out Wailing Arrow, APOC, Light Bomb, Go for the Throat, and Bunker. Li Ming just poking out some damage here. 4v4 at the moment. No Mosh available. No real, no ults available on the side of East Coast as well. Diablo being very, very aggressive here. Now the chase is on. The fort has dropped. ETC trying to buy time for his power slide. Heals coming out here from H2O. Both teams have their Bruiser available, so I expect we'll see rotations towards them. Beast Coast has indeed rotated towards theirs. Yrel rotating up with the rest of Jailbait. Meanwhile, Blaze going to clear up this Impaler camp here in the bottom. And now Jailbait stepping up.
Before my wrath,
they're moving straight into the burn, and you can see Vala is really ramped up now with that Puncturing Arrow quest done. Fox kind of just allowed to rotate there, but that's a Jailbait with a very big lead here. They also have both teams have a Bruiser camp pushing in off lanes at the moment. Kobo stepping in, trying to just buy time for Vala to get burned. Diablo looking for that engage, trying to find the angle. There's the APOC. It's going to hit onto Ariel. Mosh comes in. The Light Bomb, though, Aegis onto herself from Ariel. Barely alive are Cawthon and Kobo, but Kobo has the Ardent Defender to stay alive there. Their fight is just all over the place. ETC going to be the first to drop. You're all going to be next to drop, and Beast Coast just seemingly handling this chaos better at the moment. As once people seem to get separated out, Beast Coast still managing to find CC and follow-up. Trying to step up, but good zoning here. Greymane is burning very rapidly. Galaxy trying to get the flank. There's a stun onto Diablo. Jumps in, tries to push Li Ming back. A keep did drop up top, meanwhile, in all this. But now here comes the engage, and it's Ariel does go down. But Jailbait does finish the Immortal. They're not going to get a lot of shielding, but now it's Diablo about to lose his souls there. So he will be back up, but now does not have souls for that soul shield. So there we go. Now with a chance to push bottom. Bottom lane, they haven't really done a lot yet, and this Immortal doesn't have a ton of shielding. 5v5 at the moment. And with Ariel down, Jailbait's going to have a hard time doing anything more than a fort here, if that. Fort will drop. Blaze coming in onto the flank. There's the APOC with the jet charge. The Go for the Throat onto Galaxy. Going to drop. Light Bomb not even needed. Now Kobo gonna have to jump over the wall. Greymane with the Go for the Throat over the wall, getting that kill. And so Beast Coast now starting to ramp up those takedowns. But at the same time, Jailbait still winning on the macro at the moment. Fort goes down. ETC trying to step up. No, went for the Mosh attempt, got interrupted out of it. Standing Moshes, always risky. Diablo, very good awareness to take it out. Vala chunking out a ton of damage there on the Monkus. Greymane burning this Impaler camp at the moment. Ariel has rejoined. Yrel going to be back up in a second to get that top soak. Impaler camp grabbed here in the bottom by Beast Coast. So there you see that APOC jet charge again, and it's Beast Coast executing that combo well. We're going to need to see a bit more awareness of the flanks here by Jailbait. ETC stepping up. Finds Greymane. Diablo trying to look for the engage. Knockback there from Ariel. Here comes the Mosh, but being interrupted out by the Light Bomb. Now ETC, though, going to get the Aegis, but can't get the heal in time. As Fox flanked down, wasn't needed there. ETC dropping. And there you just see, I mean, Anduin can really make ETC's moshing difficult. Not just from the perspective of being able to cleanse out one of the enemy teams, but also with that Light Bomb. And it is a rather short CD, so you're trading a short CD for a long one. Fox gonna see this up top. Jet charges in. Ooh, does miss on the engage. Impaler Camp though gonna get quickly cleaned up here. Diablo looking for the engage. Fragstellar is dismounted. APOC coming in. Fragstellar has to juke it. Does do so successfully, so good avoidance there by Jailbait. Level 16 almost here. Still Beast Coast with the advantage. But Jailbait looking like they want to just buy time for Vala to start this burn here. They still do not have level 16. They're going to get it soon, and that will be a big boon for them. Beast Coast going to look for the engage, though. Greymane moving in onto the back. Power Slide is a miss. There's a big jet charge. Light Bomb comes out, but the Face Melt going to prevent the re-engage. There's the Aegis on the Ariel, buying time. Root comes in, Ardent Defender, there it is as well. Yrel dropping in, trying to force the re-engage. Blaze is going to drop. Jailbait now with the advantage here. Vala and Li Ming, excuse me, moving straight into the burn. Vala, though, wanting to step up and still look for more kills. There's the Power Slide, stepping up onto Greymane. Greymane is low, he is blinded. Root onto ETC. Vala dives in. She might pay for that. Vala goes down. Little bit too aggressive there. Now Diablo, all of that Kobo dives in, gets the kill onto Greymane, but he's going to drop. Diablo is going to drop here too. So a pretty crazy series of events there. 2 for 3 trade, but Jailbait took a situation that I thought was a hard win and turned it into less of one with that Vala death there. So we'll see if they can do much with this Immortal. We'll go to bot lane. Keep is already softened up a little bit, especially with these catapults. So they might be able to look to end, but with Vala down for 10 seconds, with Yrel down for 17, it's going to be difficult when you consider they'll also have to run across the map. So no core damage from either team. But here we go.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
16-minute Immortal. 13 to 8 in the kill count right now. This is the chance to get the second keep, get that macro advantage, and Jailbait being very patient. The Immortal has dropped shields, though. It has dropped the keep. Now ETC looking in. Blaze there on the flank. Sniffed out by Jailbait. Once again, seeing the same attempt. There's the slow from Fox. But no core damage likely to come of this. Jailbait gonna disengage this. They're just gonna try to play their macro advantage here. Possibly look for a gank onto this Bruiser camp. Decide against it and just make a move for the Impaler camp here in the bottom. What's Beast Coast do? Do they take their Bruiser camp this early? Looks like they are. More of a denial at this point. Worried about kind of the macro pressure and how they now have to deal with pretty big catapult disadvantage here. Jailbait not going for their Bruiser. Instead going to go top up to Siege. Beast Coast leaves Blaze in the bottom lane to soak, so they are not really in a position to team fight. ETC in a good position to flank with a Power Slide. Jailbait playing this one a bit safe. They are down an XP at the moment, down by about a level. And so they need to find level 20 quickly here before this next Immortal, but it's hard to do on this map. There isn't always the most soak available. Especially when you have catapults pushing the lanes out, it actually can make it harder to soak. Jailbait gonna stall the cap of their Bruiser camp for a bit. ETC Ariel staying on the point. They do see the members of Beast Coast top. Beast Coast clearing up, pushing this lane. Man, that catapult gem just went flying. Cap gonna... Ooh, did they wait too long to cap this? No, they are gonna take the cap now. ETC gonna zone it off. Yrel down in the bottom lane at the moment. ETC did get dismounted. Kind of isolated here. Needs to be careful. Yrel has rotated up. Could be looking for the engage, but level 20 is now here on the side of Beast Coast, so this is not a great engage situation here for Jailbait, who are down level 20 at the moment. They are sending Greatbane back to burn Immortal. Li Ming going to continue to poke in with that orb. ETC could try to prevent the retreat. Kobo charging up a leap, ready to go in. They're going to try to take the 45, but Greymane now stepping up, moving in onto Fragastellar. Fragastellar trying to run away. There's the Rain of Vengeance. Greymane is blinded out. Meanwhile, Ardent Defender from Yrel, when she got low, there's the bunker by Blaze. Mega Muffin down below 600 health, trying to look for an opportunity to get back into this fight. The bunker is down, but all told, for a 20 and the 19, not dying is good. That said, still very eager to look for this opportunity here. Greymane is on the back burning. ETC looking for that flank. Fragstellar getting focused by Diablo, needs to heal. There's the Mosh, and that might be it. That's the 3-man Mosh. It's big. Damage comes out. 3 killed by Beast Coast. Secret now on the retreat, and down goes Secret. Greymane is the lone defender, and at this point, Jailbait may have just won game 1, and if they were going to win a map, this was it. This absolutely was going to be the map for them, based on kind of just how they've done this season. Jailbait has played exceptionally well on 2 maps, Infernal Shrines and Battlefield of Eternity. We generally see Beast Coast banning out Infernal Shrines, just not wanting to deal with it. But now just the attention onto the core, and possibly going to go for the kill onto Greymane as well. Why not get the ace, add some stats. There we go, Jailbait. They played patient, but they won that really big team fight there at the end, and they won it off the Mosh. Cawthon finally landing that big 3-man Mosh that let them get the victory. So there we go, Jailbait. Gonna pull out map number 1 here. Taking a look at the endgame statistics, we can see both healers really doing a good job keeping their teams alive. I thought H2O did amazing stuns. Fragstellar obviously played great. Really good damage, really good Rain of Vengeance. I thought Mega Muffin had some really good kills, but he also had, I think, sometimes where he was a bit too aggressive and got kind of ISO'd from his team. In a situation where if he's diving like with Diablo, Vala goes down. In that last fight, he kind of went in solo, got blinded, got a bit greedy, but Jailbait gonna be able to win this one. So we're gonna get set up for game number 2. We'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Welcome everyone back to the Nexus Gaming Series. Beast Coast Jailbait, the 4 versus 5 seed matchup here. Beast Coast choosing to stay with first pick. Jailbait gonna take it to Volskaya. That's been their third most played map behind Infernal Shrines and Battlefield of Eternity. That said, haven't had the success on this map they've had on others. Based on Stats of the Storm, which might be a bit out of date, but they're currently 1 and 2 on the map. So gonna need to win this here. Beast Coast's going to ban out that ETC, taking Cawthon off that hero. Jailbait choosing this map after Beast Coast wanting to stay with first draft pick. Typically, the kind of best map for Beast Coast has been Dragonshire. That's been banned out. Let's see. Blaze going to get banned out. KTZ going to get banned out. This does leave up Tyrande, which is something that Jailbait has really liked playing. But what's the last ban gonna be? Gonna be that Chen, keeping Fox off that hero. And you know that it's understandable. His Chen play has been quite strong this season.
Balloon, grant us strength.
Said we have Malfurion going to be the first choice here by Saris, and that's a pretty early Malfurion pick, and it can be countered by a lot of really aggressive burst damage. We'll see if Jailbait goes that way. That is a style they're comfortable playing. I definitely know that Saris is very strong on that hero, but I am surprised to see it. As I'm actually having a problem pulling up any stats here. Apparently my stats are not working at the moment. Not sure why. Galaxy jumping back onto Li Ming. And then we have the Joanna for that wave clear. Galaxy 1-0 on the hero, well now 2-0. We'll be grabbing that Cawthon on the Joanna, and there we have Zul'jin and Anubarak. So a lot of CC potential. Anubarak engage with the root. Mega is their Chen player. My mistake. I thought Fox has played it, but maybe that was with Regen Blue. Or maybe I'm just deeply confused and troubled, which I am all day, every day. The Zul'jin is a strong pick onto this map. Mephisto getting banned out. That's kind of a weird hero that you don't see a lot, but that Beast Coast has played a ton. Would make sense on this map as well. But a Zul'jin should be able to stack up quite a bit. Tyrande's still available. Can struggle a bit with Zul'jin because it's hard to step up to get the auto attacks off. We could see Biotic Armor Stukov. That's an option here, and I think it's a good one. We're going to see the Ariel who brings that blind, as well as the Sylvanas. The farthest Sylvanas... Farther than... This Sylvanas got through the draft farther. Me talk good today. This Sylvanas got through the draft farther than I expected to get through in any game. But here we are. Ragstellar jumping in onto that Sylvanas.
None shall flee my
There you can
grasp.
see 3-1 on the hero. Average KDA of high 7. That's an average KDA. 6 kills, 8 assists, 2 deaths. There we have a Tassadar pick. Ooh, are we getting some force walls here? Are we getting some force walls? I think we are. Monk is going to jump onto my F. This is a hero that typically I've seen Jailbait ban when they know the other team plays it. Tobo going to grab Leoric here. This is an interesting draft. This is a very interesting draft. I'm excited to kind of see how the Maiev interplays with the Joanna, who has the Unstoppable, but also this Sylvanas. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Merc Queen is exceptionally good on this map. there we go. So an interesting draft here. Downloading. Uh, okay. What? So here is what I'm seeing right now. What the fuck is going on? Uh, um, Blizzard? What? We'll be right back. Okay, so I to this day have no clue what happened. But we're fine. We're good.
Combat operations.
We're good. We're in this. No, we're good. We're back in the set. I just have no clue what happened. I have never seen that before in my life. So, anyway, back into this series. Go ahead and introduce the teams while the fighting starts. I'm not going to read off the list. Just go ahead and show the graphic here so everyone can see who's playing what. But right out of the gate, Leoric's already moved to bot lane. We are seeing Zul'jin wanting to get stacked early. Level 1 talents coming in. Has anyone ever seen that before? What the hell was that? Ooh, Solanas is low. Also, I saw something called Extend Time. Is that like an in-development feature there? I have no idea. But there we go, moving in. 4-man rotation, pretty standard here by Jailbait. Keep an eye on those Zul'jin stacks. Already up to an impressive number here. Wanting to continue to grow that. Lyric, gonna also be clearing up this lane. Maiev and Tassadar starting up their fortification camp. Li Ming starting it up for Jailbait. That said, we didn't see that Galaxy, don't worry. Fortification camp, though, getting grabbed here by Munkus. Rotations continue. Kofan gonna add some good good wave clear, as Joanna is wont to do. Meanwhile, Maiev getting some focus here. We are gonna throw the slot. No, good vault there by Monk. Very well-timed vault. Level 4 here, a bit earlier, just slightly for Beast Coast. Jailbait, though, not at all meaningfully behind, so nothing to really worry about. Seeing the same kind of build out of Ariel. Gank attempt here. There's Maiev, finds Ariel. Galaxy is low. Root comes in, doesn't hit, but Galaxy still drops. So first kill of the match going over to Beast Coast. Mox coming in, looking at Kobo. Sylvanas is clearing up the bot lane at the moment. Neither team has started their siege camp yet, but we are going to see Beast Coast go ahead and grab that healer camp. 3-man push here on the bottom just to try to get some kind of counter pressure, but not really able to do much with it. Port camp is grabbed. And it looks like they might just ignore objective and push bottom lane. This is a strategy I've heard of on this map, where you play for the late game, you play for the third objective. And that may be what they're doing here. And that's an interesting goal. They certainly have already softened up that bottom lane, and no channel progress yet. Cawthon, though, is going to drop to that Maiev tether. There's a stun from Ariel, getting a stack. Meanwhile, Sylvanas having to jump out over the wall. Malfurion gets some stacks of his own with those roots there. Zul'jin already about a third of the way done with his stacks. So wanting to avoid fighting at the moment. Turret was dropped by Jailbait. Still a turret and a healing totem on the side of Beast Coast. Cawthon stepping up now. 75% and counting. But with the side soak, Zul'jin grabbing the Siege Camp, Tassadar pushing bottom. East Coast content to walk away, taking that level 7 advantage they have, and really almost a full level of XP. Also gonna go ahead and grab their turret camp here. Jailbait has not started theirs, presumably a fear of an engage. So, level advantage and another turret. They have 2 turrets and a healer camp, so this is an uphill battle for Jailbait, to say the least. Very patient on this engage. Zul'jin getting the flank. Throwing out some damage there onto H2O. There's a root onto Joanna. She's gonna unstoppable. Fragsteller, though, in a bad spot. He's gonna drop despite trying to get away. H2O gonna be the next to fall. And Zul'jin just handing out the axes. Look under your chair. You get an axe. You get an axe. You get an axe. Everybody gets an axe. You want axe because that's how you get axe. Zul'jin, is he a game show host? Because he is just axing questions. Alright, I'm done. I'm done, I swear. No more axe puns. I just can't hack it. Alright, I had to throw out that last. With that, Triglock Protector heading over to Beast Coast, and now with almost a 2-level lead, so Beast Coast coming back in a big way on this map. If Jailbait is going to come back in this series, they're going to need to start playing a lot better and soaking a lot more efficiently. As top fort will drop here. Level 10 advantage. Warden's Cage is available. And Maiev is going to pop out of that protector at any moment. Fort drop. Anub has not picked yet, presumably Cocoon. I couldn't imagine we'd see Locust Swarm in this situation. Kobo gonna spooky ghost walk away there. Warden's Cage, Twilight Dream, Taz Dingo, and Force Wall. That Force Wall, if used well, can be exceptional. Yeah, Reinforced got a really big buff recently. I was kind of surprised we didn't see it. I get that there's a lot of CC on the other team, but I mean, that would just negate so much Zul'jin damage. Let's see what happens. Now, chasing Kobo bot. Looks like they really want this pick. Don't quite find it. Monkus, don't know if that was an intended blink back, but now it's going to give a chance for that chase. Is going to give a chance for Jailbait to push up this bottom. Cawthon going to dismount some people here. There's the Condemn. Trying to buy time for the tower to go down. There's a root, though. Aegis going to be used. Warden's Cage. And Jailbait stayed too long. And there's the Cocoon. So Li Ming probably going to have a hard time getting away here. Doesn't have Blink available, but actually should escape. Good escape there by Fragsteller. So only losing one person, but Jailbait just classic stay too long there. And that's going to give another kill over to Beast Coast, up 5-0 at the moment. And they have quite a lot of control over the map at the moment. We're going to continue to push up this bot lane. as that really is their win condition. They have set up this bot lane for the third objective. The question is, at the rate it's going, will they be on an equal talent tier? And that's getting harder and harder to believe that that will happen. They need to start soaking significantly better. And gonna be down level 13 before this next objective. Gonna have to find it. Good unstoppable there. Support camp up in a minute. Looking to engage into the flanks. Vox does have that force wall. Could be used to isolate a target. That said, Leoric double soaking at the moment. Vox gonna walk away. Start counter soaking. Engage possibly here on the Kobo. That said, he's Leoric. You don't want to burn too many resources chasing him. Jailbait clearing up this top lane. We're gonna get a flank attempt here, I think. Monkus looking for the flank. Joanna nowhere near the team, but Monkus not able to land that auto attack. That said, Page is going to come out, Wailing Arrow. Calaxy is still alive for the moment. He's going to drop, but can they get the turnaround kill on the Malfurion? They can. Death Rattle on Twilight Dream, though, going to secure the kill onto Malfurion. It's a 2-for-1 trade at the moment, but a lot of tools there used by Beast Coast. So Jailbait thinking, you know what? All things considered, that could have gone a lot worse. I think they'll take their money and run with that. Still level 13 advantage, but Jailbait closing the gap. They're going to go ahead and grab their siege camp. Support camp going to get grabbed up by Beast Coast. MIF channeling the point at the moment, up to 40% and counting. But here comes the rotation now. Task going to join as well. Leoric going to look for that Entomb. Finds Mega Muffin alone. Entomb could come in. There it is. It catches Malfurion as well, and this could be the opportunity. But the DPS, I don't think, was ready for it. And now Fragsteller in a bit of trouble. He's going to get the Aegis, though. That might enable him to re-engage this. Yes, it is. And Secret is going to be the first fall. Monkus is low. So is Kobo. So is Tassadar. So is Saris. So Leoric is going to fall there. But can they get that Zul'jin kill? No, Zul'jin is still alive. Just, Ooh, but the damage finally comes out. Maev goes down. Ming gets a reset. Not able to kill Mega Muffin. Now perhaps overextended. As Dingo's out, and now H2O perhaps in trouble. Mega Muffin getting that healing. There's the Wailing Arrow, trying to make sure that H2O can walk away. Leoric back up, and this fight is just nuts. Not super thrilled with the damage I saw to Jailbait there. We'll see if they can get onto Mega Muffin, though. He does not have the Taz Dingo now. Unstoppable use. Good root attempt by Malfurion. Kobo lost the channel. Now Spooky Ghost walking away. Gets the damage reduction onto Zul'jin, and that's going to be critical. But now the focus onto Leoric. He is going to drop. And now level 16 here for Beast Coast. So Jailbait find themselves down 2 levels. And find themselves once again staring down a Triglav Protector. And you can see that now they're in a position to lose top keep. A lot of soak down here in the bottom. H2O having to rotate away to pick that up while the rest of his team stays top. Are they going in? That is... This is... They're stalling. And I think they can trust themselves to get out. But this is a risky move. Just stalling as long as they can. They stall for a bit. But it was a risky move. Triglav Protector's up. What are they going to do with it? Are they going to run it bot, or are they going to run it down top keep? Looks like they're going to rotate it towards bot.
Blue team has taken control of
yeah, these fights have just been really chaotic between these two teams. That said, I think Jailbait, they had every recipe for a great engage, except their DPS. I think their DPS were a bit too far back there, and they weren't really able to follow up in a timely fashion. And so you only get the one kill. Triglav Protector coming bot, trying to take advantage in this bot lane where Jailbait spent a lot of time earlier trying to open up for this third objective. That said, now, I mean, Jailbait very much on the back foot. Beast Coast potentially en route to get level 20 before the next objective. So Jailbait really going to need to accomplish something here. Stay in this game. Otherwise, Beast Coast, I think, could run away with this. Leoric soaking the top lane. Level 16 getting closer for Jailbait, but this keep is starting to fall. If they get a keep with the second Triglav, Warden's Cage there puts Ariel in a bit of an awkward spot. There's a tether. Frag Scaler's low. Gets bounced back again. Coughlin now on the retreat. Gonna get knocked back and stunned into the wall. Coughlin is low, and Coughlin goes down. And now a move onto the core here by Beast Coast. Without Joanna, they can do this. Cocoon there onto Ariel to slow down the engage. They have full Jin. And they are going to look to end this game quickly. They're not even going to let Jailbait get the 16 engage they want. 4 drops. East Coast dominates game number 2. So there we go. Just a really dominant showing there by Beast Coast. Did not see the kind of team fighting that we needed out of Jailbait. Saw really good target focusing. Obviously the damage out of Zul Jin was just insane. Ariel had a hard time healing it. Hard time stepping up to just get hope. There we go. With that, Beast Coast gonna take us to a game 3. It's gonna be the decider match here in this series. So whoever wins the next game stays alive in the playoffs. Loser, their season's over. NGS Season 7 ends for one team here in a bit. We're going to get set up for game number 2. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
doom.
Welcome back, EverMX Gaming Series. Game 3 between Beast Coast and Jailbait. The winner moves on to face Heroes of the United States in the playoffs. The #1 seed, HOTUS, a very good team, so it's not the best reward you could hope for, but the alternative is that your season's over. NGS season done forever. Will never come back until Season 8. With that, a lot of intensity here into this game, and I'm a bit concerned by what we saw from Jailbait in the last game, as they really struggled. Didn't seem to do much right on that map after having a really good macro game on map #1 and some good team fights. And yeah, there was back and forth, but they were winning. To then come back into game 3 and struggle like they did, I think was a bit disheartening. But we'll see. Because it was just, yeah, KTZ banned out again, trying to keep Secret off that hero. Secret has been tanking very well tonight, despite not really being kind of a tank main from the stats page. So, been very impressed there. Pick to be. Gonna be Blaze banned out once again. I'm kind of surprised we saw the Joanna ban. This suggests to me that we'll see an early ETC pick here from Beast Coast, because they banned it out last game, so I don't think they want to let it through again. Jailbait really played well with that. That said, Li Ming gonna get grabbed, so Jailbait should be able to get a hold of ETC here. Expect to see that picked. Maybe ETC Tyrande go back to kind of their roots as a team. I could see it. Tyrande can't struggle a bit into the Li Ming. It can be hard to step up to get auto attacks off, especially in Towers of Doom, where there's no minions around during the objectives to intercept shots for you. We are going to see the Greymane picked up, so Galaxy getting onto that hero. Greymane pretty contested on map 1. Didn't see it map 2, but Cawthon getting back onto the ETC, I think that's overall going to be a beneficial move. I mean, there's a lot of respect for the Blaze, and the Blaze did well game 1. The problem is, the Blaze was on Beast Coast, so they're banning out the hero that did well for them game 1. Yeah. Malfurion, Garrosh. So grabbing that Malf, grabbing that combo synergy again. And that's a situation where what you can do as Malf is just drop a root when Garrosh is... when you land a slow on someone, just drop a root and have Garrosh go in for the flip and flip them into the root. Samuro ban. Possibly something that Beast Coast has shown on this map before. Ariel banned out, saying, alright, we've had enough, Ariel. Yeah, Li Ming's back, baby. Li Ming is back. Li Ming's good on this map because of the potential to stall out the objective. The really solid poke. I'd expect to see maybe even something like a Junkrat here coming out from Jailbait, although we could just see a Rainer. Tyrande, Rainer? Tyrande Yrel. I like bringing that Yrel back. It's one less person that H2O has to take care of. ETC also has some self-sustain of his own. So I like those draft picks there. Getting back more to comfort. Last pick could be Rainer, could be really any kind of ADC. They could also go with a mage. I mean, you could see something like Jaina. I doubt it. Lost Vikings. Okay, so they kind of sniffed out some cheese. But we are going to get a Vikings comp. And this is a very well-built Vikings comp from Beast Coast. They have a lot of blow-up potential, which is how you typically want to play with Vikings. You want to be able to rotate and get some big pickoffs. And then you have Sylvanas to just hard push, kind of forcing the enemy team to respond to your 4-man. We're going to see Hanzo here out of Frag Cellar, but this is... we have Vikings. So we are pinning our hopes. Beast Coast kind of forced to maybe show something they'd been working on here. ahead of facing Hodis. So this is going to be a pretty interesting game. I don't think I've ever casted a Vikings game. I'm not certain. No, I casted one Vikings game before that I'm aware of. You know, I like it. I like it a lot because you don't really have a situation inside of Jailbait where they can fight 3v4. They're very like they need at least 4 people there to fight. And what you can do is you can just hard push one lane with Sylvanas, Garrosh, Malfurion, and Li Ming, and just prevent Jailbait from engaging on you. Uro can double soak okay.
Prepare yourself for
But
battle,
I don't know.
heroes.
We'll see. I did not expect. Nobody expects the Lost Vikings. I think that's what we learned here. Just give me 1 sec to get the last little bit set up. All right, here we go. We're gonna introduce the 2 teams starting down here in the bottom, on the side of Beast Coast. Go ahead and introduce the teams. It's Saris on Malfurion, Mega Muscle on Li Ming, Secret 333 on Garrosh. Monk is going to be playing Sylvanas, and in the other 2 lanes, RGB Fox going to be playing the Lost Vikings.
1.
Jailbait trying to come back after that disappointing game 2. It's going to be H2 on Tyrande, Cawthon on ETC, Galaxy on the Greymane, Cragstellar going to be on Hanzo, and Yrel going to be played by Kobo. And already rotation down towards the bottom, but ETC anticipated well, was there. Not a lot of tower damage. They have Yrel currently in the mid lane, so she's going to have to try to double soak against the Vikings here for the time being. Level 1 talent. We are seeing a focus into Balon, so ooh, Cragstellar gets flipped, jumps over the wall, but still drops. Good job there by Garrosh, and now they have an opportunity to push in here. And here you can see this is a pretty clever strategy. They're going to use Eric the Swift to just dismount Kobo, make it hard for him to double rotate. So there's another flip, there's another route. Galaxy is dropping. Alun's Chosen going to keep alive for now, but a lot of resources there and having a hard time with the Garrosh at the moment. There's a flip on the ETC, there's a route. ETC power slides through. But right now, I mean, this early game pressure is just devastating. And Fox is playing this very well. Making sure not to miss any soak, making sure to grab those globes. Well, I say that, but... Rip. Caster Curse. There we go. But now, Sapper's going to be grabbed now that they've softened up these towers. Galaxy going to start on the Sappers for the side of Jailbait. And this is a, you know, Kobo holding up well against this pressure. But that said, I mean, it comes down to this bottom lane, and right now, Jailbait, East Coast winning that hard. And here we actually see Eric the Swift up move speed. That way he can just continue to harass. Olaf staying way back in the lane, but right now Garrosh looking for that throw attempt. Sappers are dropping for both teams. Alun's Chosen onto Cawthon to keep him up. Sapper comes in, takes out the last tower, and the wall has gone down. So this 4-man doing very, very well in the Jailbait at the moment. Meanwhile, Yrel continuing to double rotate. We are going to see top shrines, and this should be an easy stall out for Vikings, but they're actually just going to keep them in the lane. No, RGB Fox running up. Is he going to get the stall? He does. Meanwhile, Sylvanas actually goes down in the bot. T-Tors in chat, everyone. But now this should be a chance for Jailbait to be able to get this bottom. They need to send someone up to deal with Eric. Eric can just continue to poke out top as long as desired. The question is, what does Beast Coast do? Do they try to rotate up for the channel, or do they play the long game and focus on getting pressure here? It looks like they're going to focus on getting pressure here. So while they give up 4 shots, I actually like this move, trying to set themselves up to get control of this bottom lane. ETC gonna just power slide through Secret. Needs to be careful here. Rest of the team's starting to rotate in. Hanzo's still a bit behind. Althon taking some damage. This tower down to about 2/3. Indomitable used there by Garrosh just to make sure he can get away. Level 7 here, Talon tier advantage over to the side of Beast Coast as they run their taps. Yrel still clearing up this mid lane. Rotation coming up just to help Yrel kind of get caught up in the lanes here. ETC, though, down defending bottom. I mean, you just haven't seen these 4 players from Beast Coast leave this bottom lane. And I don't think you'll see it anytime soon. They are very committed to this style of play. Munkus steps up, silences the talent, jumps on out of there, gets some damage, about half HP. Now I'm going to move into Sappers. ETC going to spot this out, but Garrosh on the flank could throw. There's the power slide in. Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication there. Could have got the stun onto Garrosh, but a little bit of a miscommunication. Going to trade out Sappers. This is going to be the bottom shrine. Or the mid shrine, excuse me, chosen. As Yrel continuing to try to soak, Fox continuing to harass, and gonna actually rotate down here with Eric to just kind of get an extra body. Both teams wanting to walk their sappers up. Yrel has rotated down, so it's 5v4 at the moment. Yrel mounting up, looking for the jump. Now moves in onto Fox. Fox was trying to sneak that channel. Yrel now going to go for the channel. Fox going to be able to interrupt that. Meanwhile, the fight's still ongoing here in the mid. A Loon's Chosen was used onto ETC, but not able to really get those auto attacks to get the value off it. Lunar Flare onto Garrosh. Trying to keep an eye on this fight. Going to have to zoom way, way out to do that. Yrel continuously being interrupted. ETC looking for that flank. There's the flip onto Galaxy. Root comes in. Down goes Greymane. Munkus is low. He's going to survive, though, and now Fragstall are going to have to jump over the wall. That might be enough. The stall, very effective, as level 10s are now here on the side of Beast Coast, are just bullying in, and now you see they're finally, Jailbait, going to give up this channel. But they've fallen so far behind in XP in the time being. So keep in mind, Vikings gonna struggle in that kind of 10 to 19 window relative to the other team. There's the taunt, there's the root. Galaxy, though, gonna survive that. Wailing Arrow comes out, but Greymane gets popped by Li Ming with that wave of force, securing the kill. And now Jailbait, I mean, they're trying to push in. They're trying to get some pressure back onto this bottom shrine, but oh no. Fragsteller, ooh, little bit of just a misthrow there from Secret. Didn't quite get the combo to work right, but that said, I mean, Jailbait, they can't do anything in this bottom lane at the moment. They're so low, too. So we get the Hearths there from Tyrande and Hanzo. ETC gonna Hearth as well. But they're just kind of standing here at this point, not able to do anything. Sapper is going to come up soon. 6 seconds on Jailbait Sappers. 31 to 32, but really it's the big difference is that 2 level XP boost. Munkus has started the shrine. ETC frontlining. Not pulling the trigger on anything just yet. Tower starting to be burned. Sylvanas has grabbed the Sappers and now starting to flank on the Kothon, who's taking a ton of damage. Starfall trying to get the slow to peel out, but Kothon gets flipped. He drops the... Yrel coming in onto the flank, though, enabled by the Dragon's Arrow. Galaxy goes on, go for the throat, manages to get onto Sylvanas, but drops himself. Fragsteller and H2O low. There's the Ardent Defender. They need to do something about the Sappers. Meanwhile, Shrine Channel, as Garrosh using into the fray to cheese all 3 Sappers getting in there. Lost Vikings Channel, and This is really starting to get hard for Jailbait to find a way to win this game. There's the power slide, trying to get on to the Secret. Secret throwing Kauthon under the tower. Kauthon is going to drop. And there you can see, because the Loon's Chosen goes off basic attack damage, Garrosh is just not a great target to attack in order to get the max healing because of just the omnipresent armor he has. Compare that with the Loon's Chosen's nerf, and he really did not have a chance to get out of that one. I mean, as a caster, I'm kind of bored because I'm just sitting here in the bottom. So let's look and see how the Vikings are doing. Olaf is doing lovely. Balog, also just lovely. But down here in the bottom, Tyrande gets separated out, drops. There's the power slide on the Garrosh. Khan on the Greymane, he drops, and Jailbait just really gonna have a hard time getting anything done. There's a Dragon's Arrow. Hits a lot of people, but doesn't really accomplish anything. Sapper's gonna walk right on in. That's 3 more. 20 to 32. Jailbait has failed to cap back this bottom structure. Hanzo's slowly working on it, but it's just taking days. And Jailbait really just doesn't have that time.
Be swift, heroes.
Viking's gonna channel both the shrines. Yrel gonna try to get in and interrupt, but Sylvanas doing good peel and could actually take Kobo out here. Ardent Defender is used. Monk is doing a good job turning off the DPS. Bottom structure finally brought back. Galaxy goes in, go for the throat on a Monkus. Monkus does go down to Hanzo. Scatter arrow, so now Jailbait with a chance, but they gotta do something with this. Meanwhile, Balog's starting to burn this top. I don't suspect he gets out of this one, but actually, JK, he does. Sapper's getting grabbed. With Sylvanas down for another 20 seconds, Jailbait needs to do something with this, and they need to do it now. Down 32 to 10 at the moment. And just really, though, not kind of doing anything. They're kind of all over the map at this point. Hanzo now starting to rotate down. Hi, Stuart. 1 second. My cat is upset that my door is closed and would like me to rectify that situation. There's the Balog stun, or Olaf stun onto Hanzo, and he just gets annihilated. Twilight Dream could secure the fate of ETC. Balog into the fray jump. That was a weird interaction. Galaxy tries to go in for the trade. Focus there onto Monkus. There's the Mosh. Can they get the kill? Finally, Sylvanas drops there, so that Mosh pays off. Greymane trying to get some damage onto, there's the root. RGB Fox will go down. This fight is just weird. So Li Ming and Sylvanas down for Hanzo. This is a chance, triple altar phase.
I knew I could do that. I've opened my tunnel as well.
No one gonna interrupt Balog up in the top. Galaxy gonna get this channel here in the bottom. Thank you, Bunker Pirate, for the host.
They claimed the altars. Do not disappoint me. I am Lord.
Channel finally coming in. Eric not going to be able to stall anymore. Sapper is going to get grabbed here. Sylvanas back up in 5, so we'll be back to 5-man soon. Level 16 here. Jailbait not out of this one. This map can have comebacks, but boy are they down. Hanzo starting to rotate down. Secret looking for the dismount. There's the flip. Root comes in. Power slide, though. Managed power slide before the root hitbox is active. Galaxy jumps in there. Garrosh is mounted up. Yrel possibly on this flank, though. These Sappers do have the Sylvanas. Now moving in, trying to separate out the team. There's the stun by Olaf. On it, can't get off the Ardent Defender. Twilight Dream gonna secure the kill. ETC gonna drop. That might be it. Galaxy just goes in, kind of trying to get that Death Rattle kill onto Saris, but not gonna happen. H2O, not long for this world. Hanzo dies too. That's gonna probably be the game, one would imagine. Top fort about to drop, bottom fort about to drop. We could even just see a 6 cap here. So with that, just not a great game there for Jailbait. They really had a hard time dealing with this bot lane pressure with this Vikings. Bottom going to be capped here. So either one of these shrines at the moment is game ending, as 6 shots are available. Doesn't look like they'll 6 cap. They could just trade out. There are 3 sappers going in the bot. Those will get through, so it'll reduce to 3 shots. I'm really surprised that they stuck around to push the sappers in.
The altars have risen.
That's a situation where, like, oh, by the way, you can just end the game now and get a channel. And now with 2 Vikings dead, it's just a matter of if Kothon survives this, they have a chance now. ETC getting thrown, he's gonna drop. Kobo is low, has the Ardent Defender to stay alive. Sylvanas drops there. Fragsteller getting focused here by Baylog. RGB Fox goes down. Garrosh trying to channel. Hanzo is very far back away. Kobo jumping in, trying to move in on Seros. There's the flip stun. Kobo backing up, gets the stun by Baylog. Down goes Urel. Root onto Greymane. He'll drop. So, kind of a weird decision there by Beast Coast, but that said, they are going to get this channel, and this game will end. And so with that, Beast Coast going to move on in this series.
Red team dominated.
And Beast Coast will move on to face Hodis. And, you know, those last 2 games, they played very well. A little weird at times, but very well. And so they will get to move on to face Hodis. So we're going to see if we can do a post-game interview. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back everyone to Nexus Gaming Series. DD Smiley here. I am joined by the captain of the victorious Beast Coast. You can just see it bumped them forward in the bracket. 2-1 victory over Jailbait. How you feeling after that?
Feeling really good. Jailbait's a great team. They played really well. They took us wire to wire. I'm very impressed with what they did. I started to get really worried after that first game, but I'm really proud of my team. They hung in there, and we were able to pull it off.
Yeah. So taking a look, at the map. So you guys had first pick or map pick choice. You chose first pick. Yeah, you gave up Battlefield of Eternity, a map that Jailbait has played very well on. You guys banned Infernal Shrines, another map they do well on. So heading into that, I would say that that's certainly more kind of Jailbait's comfort zone. What do you think most kind of went wrong on that map for you guys that kind of prevented you from getting the win?
I think that they just had better race than us, and that ended up being our weakness. We thought we had better race, but they were just able to burn down the Immortals slightly faster, and that kept putting us in bad situations where we kept trying to engage on them, and then with Li Ming, they could really poke it down very, very slowly.
Well, with that, I mean, yeah, the macro definitely favoring Jailbait in that map, but you guys came back in a big way. So you chose to stick with first pick after game two. Was there any consideration there, or is that like, look, we just want first pick? You know, you probably scouted, so I assume you know that was their map. So was that, or was it just you guys are more comfortable with first pick generally?
I mean, we've taken first pick when given the option all but once
Mhm.
this season, and there was a brief discussion on, do we want to go to a map that we like, or do we want first pick? And after some consideration, we thought that getting the first pick was more important
Mhm.
than the map, uh, because we have a lot of like we've prepared a lot for this game,
Mhm.
and we talked about strategies for each map that we were
Right.
going to do. Uh, we did a little bit some variation on that, but yeah, when it all went together, all went together, and we just felt that it's less having the first pick necessarily; it's
Mhm.
more getting 3 picks in before the second ban phase.
All right, so map three. I mean, you guys had a pretty clear strategy from the way you drafted. I think you guys executed it pretty much textbook in terms of how you run that Vikings pick comp on Towers of Doom. So with that, is do you have any other kind of strats like that in your back pocket that maybe you've saved for HOTUS, or are you gonna have to try to come up with something new this week?
We have a couple of like strategies that work on maps like that, but uh,
Why don't you share them
y-
and what counters them right now?
yeah, I don't think so, Smiley.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not rooting for HOTUS. I'm just here.
well, to be honest, I thought that Sylvanas was gonna get banned, and
Mhm.
we had a lot of other things that we were taking into consideration there, and Sylvanas wasn't banned.
All right. All right. Well, with that, congrats on moving on to regional semifinals, the quarterfinals for the entirety of Division B. What are
Yeah.
your guys' expectations now for HOTUS?
Hodis is a really good team. They've definitely earned the number 1 spot in the division. Last time, we kind of screwed up our draft in game 2, and they really drafted well in game 1 and played very well. But I think that we can pull out ahead as long as we don't mess up our picks. Uh, but that's just me having confidence in my team. HOTUS is very good. They draft well, they scout well. I know Secret really wants to play KTZ, but I don't think he's going to have the chance because people know that by now.
All right. Well, with that, best of luck next week. Congratulations on moving on to the playoffs, and the floor is yours for shoutouts.
First off, I want to give a shout out to my team, uh, Secret, Fox, Mega Muffin, Sidley, Cruceris, uh, uh, Cavalet Rest, and Super Goat. They're all, I can't do this without them, and especially when I have a bad night like tonight where I'm not playing well, I need, their support to do anything. And a shout out to our sister team, Arrogant Nephilim. A shout out to all of our friends that stopped by in the chat to watch the game. Um, and
Yeah, I had a lot of
yeah,
viewers, so thank you for that.
my pleasure. And thank you for casting.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to take a brief 30-minute break. I have another match that I'm bringing tonight. We're going to drop down to D West. There, we're going to see Bloodbath and Beyond versus Luciodology. So that's going to be the 3 seed versus the 6 seed in Division D West. That'll start here in about 30 minutes. So uh, I'm just going to put on the Pokemon music until then, because that sounds fun. Who doesn't like Pokemon music? I'll see everyone back here in 30 minutes. Thanks for watching.